Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again in this YouTube astrological segment. I'm going to be talking about Jupiter in the first house in the natal chart. Now, some of you may remember when I first started my YouTube astrology channel, I did a series on the Jupiter placements in the houses. They were a little bit concise. Some people may have referred to them as snappy. So what I decided to do was make another series on them in which the videos would be a little bit longer and more descriptive. So anyway, first thing about Jupiter in the first house is comparable to Jupiter in Aries, but naturally you got to blend in the zodiac sign with it. Jupiter in Aries in the first house can be different than, say, Jupiter in Libra in the first house. Jupiter in astrology is can have a connection with in-laws, so this could be where your in-laws may play an integral role in terms of you making a good first impression on others, your appearance. They may help form your outlook on life. They may play more of a role in your vitality, your energy, for better or worse. Matters with the physical body, new projects and endeavors. You may see these people as being aggressive, assertive, courageous, outspoken. People that are in a hurry, can be a little impatient, have a little hesitation or procrastination in matters. Remember that this is comparable to Jupiter in Aries. Now, Jupiter in astrology is also associated with our enthusiasm and exuberance. So naturally, you may have, with this placement, you may have a lot of exuberance for matters connected with the physical body, your appearance, making good first impressions on others, whether it's, say, prospective employer or significant other, whoever it might be. It may be in matters even with the military, or any, like first house kind of field, whether, because remember the first house does correspond with the zodiac sign Aries. It could be, exuberance and enthusiasm, say firefighting or welding or speech pathology, something connected with a leadership position, something with combat, which I don't think would exclude combat sports, and also just the your outlook on life. Maybe one that's more positive, upbeat, one where it's about more enthusiasm and exuberance than otherwise indicated in your chart. And there may be a lot of enthusiasm in taking action very quickly on matters with little hesitation or procrastination. There may be a lot of enthusiasm in matters associated with the grandparent and even people that were prominent in your early childhood. Now, Jupiter in astrology is also connected with our philosophies and beliefs. So, your philosophies and beliefs may be strongly tied in, to a first impression. Remember, you don't get a second chance to make a first impression. And also, it matters pertaining to one's appearance, the physical body, how you appear to others, and when people first see you, because it's kind of like if you're working in a store or something and having that good appearance, because that's the first thing that the customer may take notice of. And also the philosophy of being, could be somewhat hurried in things, doing things without delay, again, with that little hesitation or procrastination, doing things, being outspoken, aggressive, assertive, willing to fight, for one's rights. These are things that can be strongly tied into your, beliefs and philosophies, and people may see that you're a person that is very philosophical and on a first impression. Your philosophy, beliefs may, be impacted by your experiences with a grandparent and people prominent in your early childhood. Now, Jupiter in astrology is also connected with luck, and during it could be during your early childhood you may have felt that you were a little bit luckier than a lot of other people. It could be where you found, it could be simply finding some money, in your travels when you're walking down the sidewalk, or it could be where the connection with people prom in your early childhood and a grandparent may have been fortuitous, or you felt that it was very positive. And you may feel it could also be being lucky in terms of the environment you were in as well. Matters with vitality, your physical body, things that are, it's also just luck by being aggressive as well, by being assertive, standing up for one's beliefs. This is where, things for you, may seem to be lucky. Uh, Another thing about Jupiter in astrology, it's also connected with prosperity. So prosperity may come, could be by simply being aggressive, assertive. This could be something where a person could be fortuitous for some position that requires aggression. Um, it could be like just simply selling cars or being a salesman, being able to be pushy and make that sale. Um, Also, prosperity, may come in connection with some people that were prominent in your early childhood, a grandparent, and also in new beginnings, being able to start new projects and endeavors, being assertive. You know, um, it could be in some position that requires courage. I mean, it could be something like auto repo, or something like being in the military, being in the battlefield. This is where prosperity may come, or some other consider a first house profession, because again, the first house does correspond with the zodiac sign Aries, so it could be doing something like firefighting, welding, speech pathology, some profession that's connected with the head, such as helmet design. Now, Jupiter in astrology is also connected, um, with higher education. So again, the higher education, may be something where people that have displacement may be a little impatient with, may embark, on some higher education college course with little delay. Um, It could be influenced by a grandparent or someone that was prominent in your early childhood. It may be doing some, Aries, like field, going, college may be associated, with an Aries, like, say a college course, whether it be, something, with welding, or doing something with firefighting, or, maybe a leadership management role. uh, it could be, speech pathology, something with law enforcement, or it might even be just taking courses in the military, as some examples. Now, another thing about Jupiter in astrology, it's connected with expanding horizons, and the thing about it is, you know, it could be, through something, through combat sports, expanding horizons may be done, with little delay, being impatient in doing so. It could be where you know you have to keep in mind, it's about people can see that you may see that you're a person that's willing to expand horizons, go outside the box, be an abstract thinker on a first impression. And this is about, in terms of your outlook on life as well. This could be an area where you're willing to go outside, the box, so to speak, and not just be stagnant, so to speak, on one particular outlook. Now, another thing about Jupiter in astrology, it's associated with enlarging things that can be enlarged. And the thing about this is, the first house in astrology, corresponds with the eyes, the head, the skull, and in the brain. So these are things where there may be issues that may be enlarged, with those body parts. The physical body in general, it may enlarge some issues connected with that. It could also be Jupiter in the first house. They also give a little greater propensity for weight gain than many other placements, because as I've stated in previous videos, Jupiter can be very paradoxical, be strongly benign and benevolent, but it could also have a tendency to enlarge and expand. It may enlarge also experiences with people prominent in your early childhood, a grandparent, and just physical vitality as well. You may be someone that has an abundance of physical energy with this placement. Anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Learnard saying, stay well.